What about Carmex? Get out of here with that.
Get out of here with your Carmex, putting it on your finger like some heathen.
I never understood why people did that. That's so gross.
It's like now your finger's all Carmex.
Yeah.
I remember I first saw it, I'm like, man, are there people putting their whole lips in that thing? I don't understand what's going on.
Welcome to Three Guys, Three Questions, where three friends test the limits of propriety through the questions we ask. Today is 372 days since the incident. This week, we're sponsored by Oppression, Paranoia, and Master Blaster. I'm Aaron L. M. Goen, and I'm joined, as always, by Andrew Savage. Say hello, Andrew.
Hey, we don't say hello after the incident, though.
Right.
We just nod and gaze lonely into the abyss.
Right. Good point.
There's no happiness after the incident and no joy.
Good point. I'll move along. I'm also joined by Adam Pita Bread Anderson. That's Peeta bread. You're just
I shouldn't be proud of
super
myself
proud.
for that, but I am.
Well, you are, really.
I just picture you on the other end of your microphone. You're sitting there with your hands on your waist, like the Superman pose. Super proud.
I wonder if I searched pita bread, how old that joke has gone.
If you're new to the show, here's how it works. Each host asks a question, then each host gives their answer. Hilarity hopefully ensues, and we move to the next question. Adam has today's first question, so take it away, Adam.
All right, my question is, which totalitarian state do you think you could survive?
So the obvious answer is Pokemon.
Okay.
Now hear me out.
What?
I feel like you have several things to explain.
Here's the thing. Pokemon, in my opinion, is a post-apocalyptic society where they have had to base their entire civilization around catching and fighting animals. I'm just saying.
Wait. Here's an idea. It's post-apocalyptic because, Pokemon just showed up one day out of nowhere and just eliminated all of Earth's other creatures, right? And so there's this massive societal collapse where all the farmers couldn't farm anything anymore, and there's this huge food crisis, and then everybody decided that the solution to that was somehow making animals fight each other, I guess.
That's it. See, I think I can survive that because, I've been training for it since I was 12.
I just do a lot of walking around in grass.
Yeah. Well, I think and there's no other skill that I have pretty much practiced to perfection as much as I have my Pokemon abilities. So I think that would be the one I would most survive.
So you think that in a real world case of Pokemon, it would still be turn-based combat?
Well, I don't know about that, but that's not the things I practiced. It was the other parts, the finding, the catching, and the getting stronger.
Right. In the martial arts, you practice your forms, your katas, and that prepares you for actual fighting.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm sure that there'll be a lot of people that will disagree with me, but I also want to just play Pokemon in real life. So
which Pokemon would you use? Which one would you choose?
That's a silly question. You have all of them. That's the idea. You got to catch them all. Not just a few.
You're okay. But say the thing happens, the incident.
Okay.
And which Pokemon are you going for first? What's your strategy?
Oh shoot, that's a good one. Well, it depends. I'll probably go with a Charmander, just because I know fire would be a pretty convenient thing to have.
That's what I was thinking.
Also, it turns into a Charizard and you can fly.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty dope mode of transportation.
Yeah.
That would. I'm still just. I'm hung up on this Pokemon as a totalitarian state thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Now you're gonna go back and watch the cartoon and
You'll
see things a little differently.
All the police look exactly the same.
They're all clones.
Nurses, they're all clones. They're like very little adult supervision. No one has real jobs.
All the adults have died, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's because all the adults have dissented, and they're like, "No, we're not going to fight Pokemon against each other." And killed. Hauled off to not Pokemon fighting jail. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no jails in Pokemon. I've been all over that map. There's no jail. They just murder people. They commit crimes.
Yeah, nobody goes to jail. They just go to the grave.
I guess it is kind of like a child-friendly Mad Max, right? You just wander the wasteland, and if you find somebody, you fight them and take all of their stuff.
Yep.
Wow, this is training kids for how to live in a apocalyptic future.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, that's amazing. Huh. Well, my answer is that I've been preparing all my life to live inside the totalitarian state from the popular novel Fahrenheit 451.
That is like my worst nightmare.
There's no books. Sorry,
Yeah,
Adam.
just burning everything.
Yeah, you read books, you're in trouble. But I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not a huge book reading person. I mean, like I do it because I know like it's like eating my vegetables. But if someone was like, you can't eat vegetables anymore, you only have to eat sugar and potatoes and meat, I'd be like, well, okay. You made me. You mean just donuts and French fries from here on out? Yes. Well, okay. I could deal with that, you know? And it's all like what TV is like omnipresent. I love TV. I can watch TV all the time.
I mean, pretty much you're describing where we live now.
You have watched the entire series of The Office like 10 times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
More than that?
It's
I mean,
definitely more than that.
and then the only other thing is that was going on was they had those earbud things, right? Those little shell things in their ears that they're listening to things constantly, which is like that's like podcasts.
Yeah.
It's like perfect for me.
When did we start living in the world of Fahrenheit 451? Because I don't. It seems to be exactly what you're describing right now.
Yeah, it's
So you want to live in a place that's just like how we live now?
I just think. I mean, the question is where would you like to live? You know what I mean? Like, there are downsides, obviously, to a totalitarian state. Like,
I mean, in Fahrenheit 451, they did have those giant killer robot dogs. But if they can make giant killer robot dogs, they can make small, cuddly, amazing robot dogs too.
You know,
I doubt that's what they're using the technology for. But what the question was is, which state could you survive? And I think like, well, I'm surviving this state. Just take away the books, add killer robot dogs. It's not too much of a drastic change.
you can stay in line.
Yeah, you know, Boston Dynamics has those robot dogs. They're pretty close. So
They still make. Oh yeah, the weird ones that people
scariest
kick.
things on the planet, man. Sometimes I'll have nightmares and I'll hear the sound of it's like trying to walk around, and it's that robot dog that's like on peg legs. Ugh.
There's no weapons. It's just the enemy sees them. They're like, holy crap! I don't know what that is, but what else could they have? And then
Heart attack.
Yeah,
Man, like
Yeah, but I think I could get behind that. That I could survive that.
I'm just getting really worried about how close our world is to Fahrenheit 451. Like you just outlined this thing, and I'm just like, oh no. Like, I mean, we watch TV all the time. We have speakers in our ears all the time. Pretty much the only thing that's missing is the robot dogs, and we're pretty close to that.
I had to write a paper in a literature class in college, and it's like I'm trying to find a way to write a paper on that book that wasn't going to be exactly the same as all of my classmates. It's really difficult because it's like, yes, that is what we're living in. Let's compare it to how everything did turn out. And it's like, well, I'm not going to do that because that's too simple, which is high praise for that book. Yeah. Moral of the story, just ease into the podcast.
Yeah, moral of the story is apparently start burning your books now. Get ahead of the curve.
we'll tell you what to think.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so my answer is I could definitely survive the totalitarian state of 1984.
Wow, that seems like that's kind of harsh.
Like at first it seems pretty harsh because like if anybody knows how 1984 goes, like not great for the main character. But here's the thing. The main character was dissenting. I am not a dissenter. I'm like, yeah, sure. Just give me the rules. Like, yeah, I'll follow the rules. Give me the rules. I'm in love with the rules. Like if I was in 1984, I'd just be like, yeah, 2 minutes hate, bring it. I'm so hateful for these 2 minutes.
This worries me.
Yeah, like quite a bit.
I am a rule follower. And like they would not even need to put a cage of rats on my face. I'd just be like, yeah, Big Brother, totally great. Love that guy. He's awesome.
Watches me as I get dressed. Fine. At least someone's watching.
Blue eyes? I love blue eyes. I've got blue eyes.
War's great.
War is peace.
Constant fear of being attacked. Yeah.
Oh, well, I know you do got the what is it called? The double speak.
Oh yeah, war is double plus good.
Double plus good. You got that down.
So that sounds pretty disheartening.
Yeah, that's like I'm
You're
scared
like,
now.
You're like white privilege. I'll live that.
See,
yeah, I don't think you're that kind of person though. I really don't.
you underestimate how afraid I am.
Is that why you answered this way so that we can all tell you you're not?
what?
Is that why you answered that so that we can all be like, no, Adam, you're not.
No.
Is this
Like,
all a ploy?
Because
You
you've
guys
done
are
that
just
before.
really underestimating like how afraid I am of breaking it. Literally any rule.
Even if, let's say,
Like if I was driving in the absolute middle of nowhere, like there were no houses that I could see on the horizon, and I came across a stoplight, I would wait for that light to turn green.
but let's say if you see something unjust or wrong going on,
Like give me an example.
let's say
Say you're at the store, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're at the bread store because I know that's where you're going to be buying all your bread. And there's a black lady in front of you trying to buy some bread, and the person behind the counter refuses her service on accounts of saying we don't serve your kind here. What would you do?
See, that's not about the rules though. Like I would say
no, that's the rule. Are you going to allow the rule? Let's reverse
no,
it. Let's
the
say,
rule is literally that doing that is illegal though.
Then let's say this way:
Well.
you're the cashier, and this is store policy not to serve her.
I would not work at that store.
But you understand what I mean, though, right?
I guess.
What if I can't think of an example.
I just feel like this. We're just gonna throw Adam under the bus, so we should probably stop.
But like here for instance, on the curb on the street in front of my apartment complex, there's some red paint, which means you're not supposed to park there, but the police just don't seem to care. And every time I pass by it, I'm like, that guy needs a ticket. Because like people just park there and I can't see around them, and so like that guy, bring down the full weight of the law on these jabronis.
You're like a little Hitler Youth.
Yeah, like for real though.
I can just picture you in your little Hitler Youth uniform enforcing all the rules.
Pointing at someone's like, I heard them hiding people.
in my little lederhosen, just giving people tickets.
Wow.
I never knew this about you.
I never knew this. This is so in a whole year, in a whole 100 plus episodes of recording this show, this never occurred to me.
That I like rules.
Hey, so when's the last time you broke a rule then? Oh my gosh, this is a long time to think about.
It would not be that hard for me.
I was speeding on the freeway the other day.
Okay, I thought your car was broken.
I was driving somebody else's car.
That you stole?
No, it was like a week ago. It was Zach's car. I borrowed Zach's car.
Well, that's living on the edge right there.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Spradley.
Oh, okay.
He got a new one.
Gotcha.
I mean, like, I guess I technically turned in some assignments late, but that was allowed. So it wasn't really breaking the rules.
That's like,
man, you're so edgy.
Yeah, you know, I like punk rock. I like to listen.
Now I'm just sitting here thinking of all the stories I've told on here, and what you must be thinking about me. Like, Like, it must have been so unnerving for you to hear that I could just willy-nilly do stuff like steal pizza.
Well, I mean, like, I get, actually, yeah, that one was a little, like, I was trying not to say anything about that one.
So I just imagine me being carried off like by the cops in the police department, and while I'm being passed out, so Adam comes out. He's like, "Oh shoot, he just freaking told everything I've ever done. Like you were gonna be that person."
I am much more lenient though if it makes a good story. If that makes you feel better, Aaron.
Oh, well, I mean, like, I don't really care what you think about me, so. Only, I mean,
Problem solved.
It's in the past. I mean, it's not whatever. It doesn't bother me.
But like, I don't know. I would also survive 1984 land really well, just because I am totally afraid of confrontation.
Right. Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, Big Brother is always watching. So if I step out of line at like even a little bit, I was just like, oh no, I'm sorry, Big Brother. Like, don't. I'm sorry, Big Bro. So
you're an obedient citizen.
Yeah, it's mostly out of fear and less out of like
ideology.
Yeah, it's less.
This is interesting.
I guess I just don't understand what you're afraid of.
I've got some new rules I'm gonna come up with. Start making a list of rules.
See, but you're not like the government, and I'm not afraid of you. So,
well, you should be.
Like, are you gonna take me? Are you gonna if I don't follow these rules? Are you gonna take me to room 101? Or
we're gonna find a new host.
Oh. Honestly, you guys should probably do that anyway, because with all my rule following, I'm running out of stories to tell.
Dude, this is your opportunity to live life to the fullest.
No, we're not going to be responsible for this. We're going to the next question. I'm afraid of where this is leading.
We probably shouldn't be recording this conversation. Anyway, my question. What would be the best thing to use to barter with in the dystopic future, and why?
What do you mean best?
So I'll give you an example. In the popular game Fallout, what they use to barter are bottle caps.
Got you.
Because they were rare at the time, or some sort of other item or goods that you could use for other services and goods.
So what would become our monetary system?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm gonna go. Well, I don't know if this would be the best, but it'd be the most interesting, I think. Wreaths of human hair. Because I just think it would be funny to pay for something and then you hand someone a braided wreath of human hair, and it has to be hair from your head.
So like, it takes. Why would you be? Here's the thing, though.
Because it takes a long time to accrue that money.
You'd have to be like, well, if it has to be from your head, though, what's the point of using it as money?
Yeah, because then
then all of a sudden this person has a wreath of your human hair, but now because of your rules, they can't use it to buy anything else.
Maybe it's more of like a contract kind of a situation.
Or like you give them a wreath of hair, and that's like your word that you will do something for them.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so instead of just writing IOU on a piece of paper, you're going to give them a wreath of your hair.
Yeah, and then they can cash it in if you didn't. Maybe they get to accost you with it. I don't know. I didn't think this through. I just got on board with the image of wreaths of human hair.
Take it to the tribal court. It says this so and so did not mow my lawn like they said they would. Well, really, do you have any evidence showing this? I do. A wreath of his hair. What?
That's. I mean, yeah. I think in my dystopic. I say that wrong. In my dystopic future, people like balding is going to be a real issue. Like times are going to be so lean that hair is hard to come by.
Well, it's because all the nuclear fallout from the incident.
Right. So if you've got hair,
if hair is hard to come by, then like a whole wreath would just be a fortune.
No, they're little wreaths.
Oh, tiny wreaths.
They're tiny wreaths,
like little circles.
Size wreaths.
Yeah.
I was picturing like a Christmas wreath size of hair.
Oh, well. I mean, I guess the other's still gross. I don't know why I'm acting that way.
I know what I'm getting Aaron for Christmas. Right, right
my
on
gosh.
the
Yes.
People would
Please.
go like looting through abandoned houses and just like look in the drains of all the bathtubs.
Oh, I don't like where this is going, Adam.
This
what's
is
your
the
answer?
future you've created. Ed.
I don't want to talk about this anymore, Adam. What's your answer?
So so I think something for my answer, I decided to go with something that's pretty rare, but not like impossible and also not totally disgusting. So I've decided on empty or completely used chapstick tubes.
Okay.
Cuz number 1, they're not extremely common, so they're not like rocks, like they're not worthless, or they wouldn't be if they were the basis of our economy. And number 2, they're made out of plastic, so they won't just like rot away like hair would.
Like, I think you should stick with empty chapstick tubes.
Oh.
Like draw the line there because that's rare.
Because it's
Yeah,
so
no,
hard
that's,
to get.
that's what I said. Empty chapstick. If it's
I've
got
never-
chapstick in it, it doesn't count.
The only time I've ever found an empty chapstick tube is if I've pulled it from the dryer. And then it's like the most foreboding sign. No! And I have to burn all those clothes.
I also want to go with this system because under this system, I would be rich.
Because you follow the rules
I
and
have
don't
gone
lose it.
the last 3 tubes of chapstick
What?
without losing it before I finish.
I don't believe that. I
It's
don't
true.
believe that.
It's true.
How is that?
Here's the thing. I do believe it. The guy follows rules like no one else. So he's not going to buy a new stick before using the other stick or he'll never lose it. So here's the thing. Let me ask you a question, though.
Okay.
Different brands worth different amounts?
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, Burt's Bees is going to be like the $100 bill of chapstick tube,
Okay.
and
Like plain chapstick?
yeah, the plain. I think it's even chapstick brand chapstick.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
gonna be like
that's
a penny.
low. What about Carmex? Get out of here with that.
Get out of here with your Carmex, putting it on your finger like some heathen.
I never understood why people did that. That's so gross.
It's like now your finger's all Carmex.
Yeah.
I remember I first saw it. I'm like, man, are there people putting their whole lips in that thing? I don't understand what's going on.
You thought it was like one of those Kylie Jenner lip plumper things? You go stick it on your lips. Okay. Come out, they're all just full of goo.
I thought people had just really thick lips that I didn't know or I've ever seen. I was just like, wow. I mean, I guess they're accommodating for everyone.
I don't know. Every time I see somebody using one of those, I want to look them in the eye and say, we have the technology to make this better.
Well, so they do have it where it comes in. It's like an applicator. It's like an
actual plastic tube.
It's not like a plastic tube. It's like a toothpaste tube.
Yeah,
and
that's
at the
like that.
end, it's like a dome with a hole in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Just picture that in your head. Yeah, I used to use those. It's got lanolin in it. It's processed from sheep wool.
That doesn't seem much harder, I guess, but it just seems, I don't know, there's something wrong with it.
Oh yeah, I can tell you, there's something wrong with it. What's your guys' brand chapstick?
I use Burt's Bees.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I don't use chapstick anymore. Gave up on it. Ruined too many clothes. Can't do it. I can't be trusted with it.
Not getting enough lip action?
No, I just leave it in my pocket and then I do a load of laundry and then it ruins my clothes.
That's one of the rules is to check your pockets before you do the laundry.
Obviously I don't follow it.
Are you just not getting enough lip action? Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, I doubt that's also not a problem for either of you two. So
what?
I'm not sure if that was a
I'm saying we're in the same boat.
Yeah, I was like
believe.
really confused with that statement.
It's like I don't know how to respond to this.
If you go back, the structure of my sentence was solid, if not winding.
It
I
was
think
something.
winding and solid are opposite things.
No, they're not mutually exclusive. I don't use any sort of lip balms or goos or waxes or ointments.
So what's it like to have bleeding lips all the time?
It's pretty good. Do you know that why?
You're
do
going
I
to say
know this?
something about how we should all be more natural and not use
Why
chopsticks.
do I know this? If you take your finger and you put it,
You're doing.
Right up-
Don't do it on air. Nobody can see you. You just sound funny.
I'm doing it. You put it on your nose, in that little crevice between your nose, the main part of your nose and your nostril. You know, like that crack.
Yeah.
On the side, like the rub it in there.
I know.
It's
Have you been
greasy.
Have you been using that
And
instead
you
of
can
chapstick?
take that.
Oh
you
my
can take
gosh.
that grease and put it on your lips, and it's like natural chapstick that your body is making for
Well, here's
you.
the thing. That's the most dystopic thing I've heard all episode.
Is that gonna be your currency? Face oil
Face oils.
from your nose crack.
Well, it's all natural and it's from me. It's like mother's milk for lips.
You know what else you could do?
What?
You could just take a tube of chapstick and put it on your lips.
Yeah, but then I ruin all my laundry.
Because like I'm sure that's really appealing. Like when you're on a date and you're like, oh, sorry, my lips are a little bit chapped, and then you just start rubbing your face.
Well, joke's on you because I'm seldom on a date.
But what if someone sees you from a profile and it looks like you are sticking your finger in your nose and then putting it on your lips?
Well,
And then not
that's
just eating it, but rubbing it on your lips.
well. The thing is, that's negated by the fact that a huge majority of the time, that's actually what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. It's
So-
actually refreshing when they notice it's when you can say,
Yeah,
"Oh no, I
when
was
they've
just."
when they've mistaken it, and I'm like, oh no, that's not what it is. Ah, it's nice. Andrew,
Okay.
what are you
Well,
bartering with?
I would use the most precious thing that you could find in a dystopic future: gummy bears and other like candies.
Gummy candies?
Yeah, gummy candies.
All the great Harbos.
So
Or like
the
those
reason
floppy lifesavers.
here is my reasoning for this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people have like their doomsday like kits set up just in case. I don't see no candy in there.
It's all granola and MRE kind of stuff.
Some people
Nobody's stashing away gummies.
Some people were like, "No, I'd barter with toilet paper because that'd be so rare." I'm like, "No, everyone is hoarding their toilet paper."
Everyone's already thinking of that.
Yeah.
And like people have survived for like literally millions of years without toilet paper.
But the appeal of the candy gummy will be something so treasured that they'll be willing to pay any price after hundreds of days or even years of not having candy.
I can testify because I have had gummy bears that I'm almost certain were 100 years old. there was an old man at church growing up, an old man who was the organist, and I used to sometimes be assigned to be what's called the bishop's messenger, where you have to sit up on the stand behind the bishop, and you're there, but next to the organist, and you're just in case he needs you to go run some errand during the meeting or something. And this other guy would be sitting there up there with me, and he'd reach into his navy blue coat, his jacket, with the gold buttons, the one.
A sports jacket.
It's always navy blue with gold buttons.
Yeah, he'd reach in there and you'd hear like a clink, 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 clink as he's rustling around into his pockets, and he pulled out a handful of like 5 rock hard gummy bears and hand them to you. And they were the most delicious gummy bears I've ever had in my entire life. And the worst day of my life is when someone else found out that he had them. It was like our little secret, and then somebody else found out. Then I didn't get as many of those 100-year-old gummy bears anymore.
Anyway, I think that'd be the most effective thing to
Yeah,
sell.
no. I'm just picturing in my brain like this scene where you come across this like doomsday preppers compound or whatever, and they just like pop out from behind their parapets, and they're like, "Hey, stop right there! You can't take any of our food!" And you just hold up a single gummy bear.
No, it's a gummy worm. It's dangling,
Yes, dang. Ah.
and they just start drooling.
Well, a lot of people don't know that actually Candy Crush is a dystopic future video game.
Is that's gonna be your bit this whole episode?
What's fun and zany? I know. I'll call that dystopian.
I won't go into it, but I think the evidence speaks for itself.
You're like a Cracked article. You're just like 10 reasons why your favorite thing is actually a terrible dystopian future.
Yeah.
All right, my question is, so obviously in the dystopic future, one of your body parts will be replaced by a mechanical / robotic prosthetic.
Obviously.
So, which body part will it be?
Obviously my skeleton.
The whole thing?
Just the skeleton, yeah.
I want a prosthetic.
Like, I'm working off of the logic here that if they can replace like a limb or something with a robotic prosthetic, then they can do it to my skeleton too. If we've advanced that much, then I think we can replace my skeleton without any problems.
So basically, you're willfully signing up for Project X.
Yeah, totally.
You want an adamantium skeleton.
Oh,
Yes, who wouldn't want that? I mean, Wolverine was all like, "Oh, it hurts," but I'm like, "That's awesome! You have claws coming out of your hands."
No, but the thing is, it always hurts.
So,
but like, I wouldn't even have to use the claws. Like, if my skeleton was made out of metal, I could just punch a dude and be like, "Ow!" Like, of course that hurts. My hand's made of metal.
here's the thing though. Obviously, you don't understand how Project X works because the only reason they did it to Wolverine is because he could heal. They did it to a bunch of other people and they all died because they couldn't get it to work. Also, how lame would Wolverine be if it was Adam?
He's like, "I'm sorry, I can't do that. I gotta follow the rules."
We'd be flying the X jet, and I'm gonna be like, "Did you file a flight pattern with the FAA?"
Do we have a permit to land here, or before we fight Magneto, we should really talk about things and see where each other stands before we decide to do anything too drastic.
Adam,
Hey, maybe
please.
we shouldn't destroy the Statue of Liberty.
Please, Adam, please take a picture with your hair in the Logan fashion, please.
Make it the cover of this episode.
Yes.
My hair doesn't do that.
We'll just Photoshop it.
Not with that attitude.
It's against the laws of gravity for my hair to do that.
You just need enough gel, man.
Just use glue.
Egg whites.
That's the trick.
Straight up Elmer's glue.
Oh, good. So your skeleton. We've thrust this whole adamantium idea on you. Did you have a different idea?
I was thinking more robot skeleton rather than just like straight metal. Because then I could like lift more and I wouldn't have to exercise.
So you just want them to like basically
I kind of just
throw
want to be a
your
cyborg.
meat carcass, your meat flab on top of a metal frame.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I want to be super strong inside and as sexy as I am right now on the outside.
And cold to the touch.
No, I'd be warm because like I'd have flesh. I'd still have a beating heart. My skeleton would just also be a robot.
You couldn't ever walk through airport security though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but
But doubtful there'd be airport security.
I'd be a robot though, so I wouldn't need to fly. I could just robot to places.
It just sounds like it'd be really uncomfortable.
That wasn't part of the question. The question wasn't like how comfortable would this replacement be?
I mean, but you get to pick.
Like,
I don't know.
you were giving me this given that something would happen to me and I would need
I'm just like afraid after learning about your Nazi youth ways that your whole objective here is to gain the most power to destroy the most people. That's what I'm worried about.
not the most people, just the guys who cut me off in traffic.
Just the people who don't follow the rules.
Yeah. You know, good old American way of rule following.
But doesn't that make you a vigilante?
Oh my gosh. I didn't even consider like becoming a superhero with this.
Now you
robotic
must
skeleton.
destroy yourself.
I'd just be like, oh yeah, my life would be easier.
No more shin splints for me.
Exactly. People would be like, hey, can you run that marathon? And be like, of course I can run that marathon. My skeleton's a robot.
Well, it's interesting.
It's definitely
There's just so many, because like if it's just one arm, then you're like, oh yeah, I could lift anything with this one arm. But this is my whole skeleton.
But what if like you're lifting something heavy and the weight of the heavy thing in your metal skeletons cuts off the feeling of your skin? You know what I mean?
Well, it's just like, yeah, if it's that, it's like there's so many points of failure.
Yeah.
Like if your whole skeleton fails, you're really in trouble. if your robotic arm fails, at least you got like the rest of your body.
Here's the thing: do you charge your robotic skeleton? Do you plug into like a USB outlet or something?
It needs to charge, but it charges off of the food energy that I ingest.
Like a steam engine? Like it's just like in there, like puffing out steam.
I think we've gone well beyond the definition of prosthetic. I'm no word doctor, but
oh man, I just realized something. If my skeleton was metal, then my teeth, which are just like pieces of my skeleton that are coming out in my mouth, would also be metal.
Right.
That'd be hardcore.
You just have a grill.
We'd call you Jaws. Well, this is freaking me out. Andrew.
So my prosthesis would be the most inconvenient and most useless ever.
Oh.
Both my pinkies.
Why?
I think it would just be ridiculous. But here's the thing.
We've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Because I'm like, if I want to have something, it's got to be distinctive. And so I want to be able to take them off and put knives on there if I need to, like for dueling. But then for classy occasions, I'll take them off and put like a cigarette holder or a fork and knife. Or a pair of opera binoculars.
I just picture you with like a drink, like a cocktail, and you've got your pinky out.
Yeah.
And it's got a cigarette holder on it.
So I'm holding my cocktail, and my pinky is holding a smaller cocktail.
Yeah. That's worth it.
Yeah, no, so I feel like that would just set the point. Like, oh man, this guy
is so classy. He could have had anything, and this is what he went with.
He decided to take something terrible like losing a finger and made it just like his business.
It's like being a rare bird of paradise.
Yeah.
If you did your pinky and your thumb, you could just have a hand phone.
Yeah. I'd have a sleeping pinky I'd put on. It was just a nub. So I don't want to stab myself with my pinky knives.
You cover it with like a little piece of fabric.
Yeah, it has its own.
It's like a nightcap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could just imagine. I mean, obviously you'd start being a coke addict.
Oh, you'd have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just replace your pinky with a crack pipe.
That's not how coke works, but that's cool. I'm glad that you followed the rules and don't know.
Where do you put on this? Where do you keep all these different pinkies? Like, do you have like a satchel that you carry around full of your different pinkies? Or
I have a Mexican belt of bullets around my body.
A bandolier,
but I have different pinkies inside each of the bullet straps.
I was picturing like a mahogany cabinet.
I mean,
and you just like you lift open the tray and there's just there's these felt lining with these indentations in it for different pinkies.
I was picturing one of those metal gun briefcases that has all the foam in there, like that you cut out, but it's full of different pinkies.
Yes.
I mean, why not all of these things?
I mean, right? I mean, for different occasions, like. I'm not a superhero. I don't wear the same thing every day.
Right. I mean, for informal occasions, obviously the bandolier.
Guys, what do you think my nickname would be with my pinkies?
That's what I was just thinking about.
Pinkerton?
No.
No, that's an album.
Well, it's also a group of people, but
what about Pinky Winky?
Is this really like Tinky Winky from Teletubbies?
Oh no, I just like the rhyme.
Oh.
Pinkers, pink.
He's gonna say P words over and over again.
just pink. The pink.
Pink Peter, Pink Panther, Pinky Pete.
Pinky Pete.
Pinky Pete. Pinky Pete.
Pinky Pete.
That's it. Pinky Pete. Pinky Pete and his stinky feet.
Your name's gonna be Pink.
Well, my answer is I would want to get prosthetic knees.
That's boring. We already have those.
No, but this is a difference.
Okay.
I would want them to go on backwards.
Like a bird?
Oh yeah, that'd be weird.
Or a hork bajir?
Can you imagine how high I could jump if my knees did that? Like, you know what I mean? Like an
I
animal?
bet probably about the same as you can jump now.
No.
You can get much more spring.
Yeah, you could get so much more spring. That's why animals that have that can jump so well. I mean, come on.
I don't know if that's why.
Like a kangaroo, man. I'd be like a human kangaroo.
That would be cool though.
Yeah, it would be freaky. Imagine watching someone walk around and their knee bends the other way.
Oh,
Oh.
I would run. I would run away. I'd be like, I want no part of this.
And that's what I want. That's my way of asserting dominance.
Unless I had a robot skeleton, then I would fight that person.
If you could catch me. It'd be essentially like, for me, I'd be living in moon gravity. Just boing, boing. I think that'd be fun.
What if you had backwards knees and you were wearing those moon shoe things?
Whoa. Double bounce. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This isn't just like an idea I came up with right now. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. Because I had a dream about it one night. I had a dream that aliens came to Earth and they had backwards knees.
It's actually, I think it's from a movie that I just posted a clip for.
Oh, is it?
I might want to watch that.
Maybe I saw it and it got into my subconscious.
I mean, that's like 1,000% possible. But
it was like the only way to distinguish the difference between them.
yeah, so the name of the movie is...
This YouTube clip is just people talking, dude.
Just wait until they talk to the kid.
Oh, weird.
And then look at his knees.
That's it. That's what I would want.
I don't recommend watching the movie, but that was the part that I remembered of the movie.
This is The Arrivals from 1996. Yeah, but anyhow, that's what I want. Super jumping powers, because I really like basketball, but I'm too fat and short and stubby to play. So
Can I just comment on this dialogue? He says, "I want you to know that she knows, that I know, that others will know." That's what somebody wrote that and said, "Yeah, that's gonna go out like that."
yeah, let's
Like,
put
this
that
is
in the
fine.
movie for people to see.
And then the actors read it and were like, "Yeah, I'll say that."
And the director was like, "Sounds good. No changes from me."
Like this, I mean, making movies is a process, and somehow she knows that I know that other people will know, made it through that process.
It's amazing. Yeah, no. I think one thing's for sure. I don't want to live in the world where we all get these prosthetics and everyone's like this, because I feel like it just grosses me out. Blah, blah, blah. I just don't want to. I mean, like, I want me because I don't have to look at it. You know what I mean? Like, but if I had to watch everyone's wobbly knees, ugh.
Here's the problem, though. How are you going to, like, sit down or use the bathroom? Well, I mean, but then you have to, like, you'd have to sit down and, like, hug the bowl behind it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah, that would be weird. Like, your face would be kind of dead. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'm fine with the pirate. Look. Thanks for listening. Remember, your ratings fuel us, so please rate and share the show wherever you listen to it. You can subscribe to receive new episodes the moment they're released by going to 3g3q.co/subscribe. A big thank you to our supporters on patreon.com. Sign up to get access to exclusive stuff like unreleased episodes, deleted scenes, haikus, much, much more. We'd also love to hear from you, and where can people get a hold of you?
I'm still on Twitter. No one's, like, tried to get a hold of me. Well, that's not true. A lot of people have.
Oh.
But I'm A_Sav on Twitter. Hit me up.
Nobody's tried to get a hold of me on Twitter at that Adam Kid.
That's because you follow the rules.
I don't even know how that would work. I'm Aaron LM Goodwin on Twitter. And I'm just there. Say hi.
Hi, Aka, hi.
Give me a DM. Give me a fave. Fave my just beautiful puns. They're so beautiful.
I'm also on Peach, but that's just for my best friends.
You're on Peach like once a week when I try to remind you to go on there by waving at you.
And then I just post a sad GIF.
Yeah. Other than that, I want you to remember that Pokemon is indoctrinating the youth. I also want you to remember that you should start stockpiling the gummies now. I also want you to remember that Wolverine's teeth, fingernails, and toenails did not receive the adamantium treatment Because they were outside of his skin, obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously. I also want you to remember to question everything. Blast
That was-
into
That was the
the
record thing
atmosphere.
and not the clapping one.
We're clicking on one, right?
who cares? Line it up with the clap anyway. Let's do that.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
There we go. You're gonna want to use the second clap for mine because I thought the first one was the claps for some reason.
Oh yeah, I know. You always do that.
Not every time,
You do it a lot of the times.
but not all the times. And
Most of the
that's
times.
significantly less than every.
Guys, how was your day today? Do anything cool besides burping into the mic?
I just woke up late because the storm took out my electricity, and so my alarm didn't go off, and I
Oh man.
didn't shower, and I went into work, and
If there's ever a reason
Does it
to
work?
still have an alarm clock that plugs in, is so that there's a chance that the power might go out. Especially
well, it was my phone. It was my phone, but my phone had a low charge at the end of the
okay.
day, so yeah. Right, let's do a show.
I mean, if you say so.
Let's record ourselves laughing into microphones for an hour. 3,
Mhm.
2, 1.
I gotta. I'm making sure this is about this is an episode about books isn't in there. Okay.
No, I already I think
Take it
it's
out.
I can check.
So, all right.